Hi, this is Tiff Shuttlesworth, president of North Point Bible College and Seminary. I wanted to give you an update today on the boiler emergency and also give you an update as to the response that we've had so far. Accountability is important. Integrity is important. I always say, if you expect the supernatural provision of God, then you need to walk in fiscal integrity. And so as we've made an appeal for this emergency, I want to give you an update and to be transparent. If you're watching this video and you're hearing about it for the very first time, we had one of our main boilers in our largest building, which is Academy Hall, that died. It was inspected, and the inspector told us that it is beyond repair and that we were fortunate that more damages weren't caused. It is an old boiler that has given up the ghost, and we were faced with losing a boiler in our biggest building on campus. Part of that is no one in that building, and that building houses our executive offices, professors' offices, our cafeteria. We have students in that building, and perhaps most dear to my heart, we have faculty and staff in that building, many of which have little children and even infants. And there is no hot water. So for a little over a week, no one in that building has had the ability to take a hot bath or a shower or have access to hot water. And I want you to envision, what would this mean to you if it were your children or your grandchildren? I think many of you understand my heart as president. It just is bothering me, and we must rectify this problem immediately. Let me get to the point. The replacement boiler is going to be about $120,000. I say about because there will be some work hours on that. There's also, at the end of the installation and inspection, some electrical testing and so on. But to the best of our ability, it is going to be approximately $120,000 to replace that boiler. Now, the deal was that we had to put half down, about $60,000, and we have to pay the other half upon the completion of the installation. As I'm recording this, it's Friday. We were told that it will be completed perhaps by Monday. And so we are coming down to a handful of days before the final amount is to be paid in full. As of today, we have had both in online giving and in phone calls and in people that have called and said we've mailed money. To the best of my ability, I just got a report moments before making this video. We are somewhere just north of $50,000 that has come in towards that boiler, for which I am incredibly grateful. To all of you that have given, I say a sincere thank you. But if you'll do the math on that, we still have about $70,000 to go. And so if you're just hearing this for the very first time, we are facing an unexpected emergency. In February, the coldest month in New England, on our campus, on our largest building, this boiler must be replaced. I wonder if there might be 70 people who would give today and say, we'll take care of the last part of that emergency there at North Point. Perhaps there might be an individual, and this is something that I've prayed about. I wonder if there might be a businessman or a businesswoman or someone that God has blessed you in a way that you could cover that effortlessly. Your call to me personally or to the office or however you'd like to get a hold of me, I would love to hear from someone that'll say, let me know what the balance on that boiler is and I'll take care of it. I don't know exactly how God is going to fulfill this miracle of provision, but you need to know that the day I found out that boiler was done, by faith, I ordered its replacement, and now the integrity of the school is on the line. Half down, half upon completion, we are now within a day or two of completion, and I need to hear from you. As I have taught you many times before, the purpose of giving is not to meet needs. The Bible said, excel in the ministry of giving. And we still believe that nothing sown into the work of God leaves our hand. Because whenever something leaves your hand, sown into the work of God, something is released from the hand of God that will come back to you, multiplied, pressed down, shaken together, running over. We serve a God of generosity and blessing. And these specific times when critical needs arise at the school or even in your life are opportunities of faith for God to prove himself real to you. I am asking for your help, and I am believing that with integrity, we'll be able to pay this bill as agreed. I took that step of faith. I am now awaiting God to speak to you and to others. And so I ask you humbly and from my heart, will you help me with the remaining balance of about $70,000? Some of you are unable to give $1,000. Whatever you're able to give, give. Many will be able to give more than $1,000. As was mentioned, maybe God will speak to some person who will call and say, whatever the balance on that boiler is, we'll take care of it. Perhaps a pastor is listening, and you'll call and contact the office and say, our church will make a pledge to give X amount of dollars. However God is going to use this communication, the Bible says, ask, seek, and knock. And so I'm asking, and I'm seeking, and I'm knocking today upon your heart's door and presenting the need at the school that must be taken care of immediately. I will provide another update and keep you informed in the process of God's provision for the school. And I want to say from the very bottom of my heart, thank you for helping us help others. I also want to say a heartfelt thank you to all of those who work and live and have children in that building. I've not heard one complaint, and I have been so proud of the morale and the attitude that has been on display from those that are affected. Whether you're a graduate of Zion or North Point or just someone listening to this video, will you please respond today? At the end of this video, there will be very specific information on ways to give. For those of you that understand QR codes, there's a QR code for giving. Many people like to go to the website, northpoint.edu. There's methods for giving there. Many of you are old-fashioned. You like to send a check to a physical address. The physical address will be there. What would be of great help to me is if, regardless of how you give, you would at least call the office or email the school and let me know what you're going to do, because some of you will make a pledge or you'll give it in the next 30 days. Whatever God does, I want to thank him for helping us in this time of need, and thank you for sowing into this school, the mission of which must be promoted, protected, and advanced under the coming of the Lord. Thank you again for helping us. May God richly bless you, multiply it back to you, and may you always walk in his abundance is my prayer.
Yeah.